Okay guys, this is a pretty important video for me. This is what I've been recently doing the last couple of weeks and it has been working absolute wonders for me. I've changed so much in my life so quickly and I'm going to attribute it to one of many things, but this has got to be one of the most important things. You can control one thing and one thing only. You can't control the weather. You can't control what's going on in the political world. You can't control this, you can't control that. Sure, you can influence it, but ultimately, you can't control it. But there is one thing that you can control. You might not like the sound of it, but it's yourself. You have complete control over your emotions, over your feelings, that's the same thing, over your body, over your actions, just over everything. You have complete control. Unfortunately, we are set up in a sense, I'm not going to go into why, but most people feel like they don't have any control over their life. Yeah, it sucks. Don't get me started. I feel like, to some extent, for 6 months ago, I had zero control on my life. But just one thing that I did to make myself feel like I have control, even if it's just the feeling of control and knowing what you need to do to take control of your life, will ultimately make you feel fucking amazing. Recently, I've been the happiest I've ever felt in my whole life. Oh, maybe when I was a child, but it's a different story. I have been so happy as of late, and genuinely, I've been emotional, I've experienced so many more emotions that I normally do. Usually my emotions would be, regret or, just hate towards myself. Unfortunately, a lot of people won't talk about this because they're young men and they don't like talking about this stuff because it's challenging. But a lot of the time, the emotions I'd experience, yeah, it'd be good. But a lot of it would be like, oh, I'm not good enough. Look at this person, they're doing this. Look at that. Oh, and it's so unfortunate that so many people have this trap. You need to compare yourself to you. And in order to do that, you need to detach from your ego. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people think ego is a good thing or ego is a bad thing. Ultimately, I perceive it, to start with, is really negative because your ego essentially controls your life. Now, I'm not here to debate you guys on how the ego works or whatever. I'm just saying, for me at least, being able to detach from your ego, because the ego is essentially your justification of how the world works, and through evidence of past events, that's how you base yourself as a person. Now, I'm not here to say, oh, I think I'm a goat, and if your ego thinks you're a goat, you're going to become a goat. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about if you perceive yourself as a winner, and even if your ego fucking hates it, my ego hates it as well when I say I'm a winner, I'm an amazing person, I'm a happy person. Sometimes I'll have a thought about, oh, I suck or I'm this. But the degree of that has been so much less and I've been so much happier. And how I've done that is literally every single negative thing that's happened in my life, I've perceived it as a lesson. Every time something negative has happened or something that I've could have got triggered over, I just see it as a lesson to teach me how to control my emotions. An example of this today was we had cricket on. Cricket was ultimately cancelled. All of my friends were like, oh, the weather, cricket's going to be cancelled. Oh, there's nothing I can do. Oh, all this negativity, and it just fucking zaps the life out of you guys. It just kills me. All the negativity when people talk about that, and it's like saying, well, there's literally nothing you can do other than stay positive. Now, ultimately, cricket didn't go ahead, but I didn't give a shit. The whole time I thought positively, and in life, not everything is going to go your way. I can guarantee you that. But if you think through everything positively and you have a positive outlook on it, eventually It will stack up, and over time, the more situations you put yourself in because you're positively thinking about yourself and you're achieving your goals and you're positively framing it and you're saying, I'm a winner. Look at all the work I did. Look at all the grinding I did. Look how fit I am. Look how good I am. I'm the fucking best, right? That's how you have to perceive yourself. If people don't like that, I don't fucking care, because it's how I perceive myself. So what I'm saying in this video, it is so fucking important to frame yourself and detach from your previous ego, whatever that whatever it is. Unfortunately, a lot of the time when you grow up in a town, there are all these psychological triggers that get you to think again and again and again and retap into that ego, whether it's your friends, whether it's people you went to school with, whether it's literally like a random road, or whether it's this, I don't know, the weather even. There'll be certain things that get you to tap back into your negative side or how you negatively perceive yourself. And that's why you see a lot of people need to leave their hometown to grow. And I think that is only natural and comes with time. In order to grow, you got to leave, you got to move on, and you can't attach onto your old self anymore. I'd love to move out tomorrow if I could, but I'm still here, I'm still working. I haven't perfected my craft yet, but that doesn't matter because I know I will, because I'm a fucking winner. Now, it's important to keep your emotions and your ideas to yourself. I'm literally posting this on YouTube because it's just proof at the end of the day. If someone asks, watch my YouTube. But the way I see it is, if you tell everyone I'm a fucking winner, people are going to doubt you. Look, you just keep it to yourself. And if you want to say it around your friends, you can. But around other people, just justify it with other things. Oh, I'm a lucky guy. Or, just happens to me, I guess. When you're able to downplay that in front of other people, it doesn't look like you've got a massive ego or anything, but your ego is so fucking important because that's how you perceive yourself. Ultimately, guys, it's your choice to perceive yourself as a winner or as a loser. And I'm not saying it's fucking easy. It took me a long time to perceive this about myself. I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to fall off the face of the earth from growing, ultimately. But that's the battle you got to have with yourself. And there's nothing more important in life just to be happy. Fortunately, a lot of the time people are happy through distractions, not through actual work. Now, what I mean by that is, I might get a bit of happiness if I go on my phone for 5 minutes, but after an hour, I don't really feel the same happiness as I feel when I'm working. Simple as that, because when I'm working, I'm able to see my goals being achieved there. And I know it's very hard to see it and link the two, but whenever I'm working, I just feel a sense of happiness and I'm getting closer and closer to my goals. And my goals really at the moment is just to be free, man. It's just move out, start earning money, being able to help more and more people. I think ultimately, whatever you do, you got to do it in the right way. And ultimately, if your ego is not in the right frame or right mindset, you're not going to do anything right in life. You're just going to cheat still. You're not going to be a good person. But if you can frame yourself as a good person through your ego, even if people don't think that, you can change. No one says that you have to be perfect your whole life. It's all about change. It's all about improving day by day. I've said things that I wish I haven't said before, but I don't really care because that's a different person. That's how it is. Anyways, guys, that's the video for today. I think this is a really important one. So if you guys did watch it, just understand I probably can explain it in a better way, but that's for another video.